There are dark corners of our world that reveal secrets humanity is simply not ready for. Today, you will witness unbelievable footage that should never have been seen. Figures that defy everything we understand about biology and nature. But before we begin, I need you to look at this and tell me your honest opinion below. Do you believe these creatures are ancient beings that have always been here? Or are they the result of laboratory experiments that got out of control? Many claim that the terrifying hybrid found in a Mexican village was a witchcraft curse, but investigators point to something far more sinister, an artificial creation from a secret facility. Watch until the end, because the latest sighting of a snake man deep in the forest is so disturbing that even the most experienced explorers can't explain it. Forest alien. Walking through a forest is usually a peaceful experience, but this time it was different. A man filming his walk captured something strange on his camera. In the midst of the trees, a figure emerged that did not appear human. Its limbs were too long, its movements unnatural, and its eyes completely black. For a moment, it seemed as if the forest were hiding something alive, watching. Some believe it might be a cryptozoological creature, but when ufologists observed it, they stated that its appearance resembled that of an extraterrestrial alien. Following this, many believe the forest itself might be a secret base for beings of an alien appearance. Whatever it is, the authorities need to conduct a search operation to uncover the truth. Horned presence. Some boys were camping in the forest when they saw something that seemed strange to them. While they were sitting near the campfire, they noticed a figure standing not far away. It was bipedal, with a strange face and horns coming out of its head. At first, they couldn't believe what they were seeing. It didn't move like any animal they knew, and the way it stood there, watching them, seemed strange. They stared for a moment, trying to understand what was before them. The horns made it clear that this was not normal. It seemed like a demonic presence, silent but aware of their presence. None of them wanted to stay to find out what it really was. They quickly packed their things and left the place, knowing that some creatures do not like intruders in their territory. Cave creature. This time, Thailand caught attention after a chilling sighting in the forest. A tourist exploring the area stumbled upon a cave, but what he saw inside left him deeply disturbed. A creature slowly emerged, its skull unnaturally elongated and its eyes large and frightening. It resembled no known animal. His first thought was that he had discovered an ancient being hidden for centuries that had finally revealed itself. He quickly took photos to send to the experts, but as the creature approached, fear overwhelmed him and he retreated, leaving the cave before it could follow him. Let me know what you think. Alligator ambush. This kid definitely chose the wrong place to camp in the Amazon. Waking late at night and peeking out of the tent, he got a shock. Several alligators were lying outside, silently waiting for him to come out. He knew there was no escape. In the Amazon, anything could happen at any moment. With his heart racing, he slowly retreated back into the tent. Luckily, he managed to escape that day. Otherwise, those alligators would have made him part of history. Hybrid creature of the river. An explorer of the Amazon's depths made an unbelievable capture, and when he shared the images online, he shocked everyone. The fish looked like some kind of hybrid or even an alien. In the video, the creature constantly opens and closes its belly, almost as if it were breathing through it. With each movement, rows of sharp teeth could be seen inside the stomach, along with what appeared to be a single eye watching from the center. The more the camera zoomed in, the stranger the image became, a creature unlike anything people had ever seen before. No one has an exact answer as to what it really was. Hybrid threat. A terrifying scene was recorded in a remote Mexican village. The villagers gathered in terror upon seeing a strange being near their homes, a creature with a human face and chicken feet. To them, it was a curse cast by a witch, a punishment imposed on the village for incomprehensible reasons. But soon, the truth came to light. Researchers discovered that it was actually a hybrid created in a laboratory in a secret facility near the village that had escaped and begun wandering, frightening people and causing chaos. A specialized team arrived, captured the creature, and took it to an unknown location. What they had created should never have been made to roam freely among humans, but for a moment, that's what happened. Mudbeast. Even years later, this video from the forest continues to terrify viewers. In the woods, an octopus-like creature suddenly emerged from underwater. At first, people thought there might be a hidden lake or pond, but the reality was much stranger. The creature appeared completely new, with long, undulating limbs. Scientists and cryptid enthusiasts debate its origin, but no clear explanation has emerged. The forest where it appeared remains a place of mystery, a reminder that some corners of the world still hold life that is beyond imagination. Chupacabra sighting. A man was walking through a quiet town when he heard a cat meowing. Thinking a stray cat needed help, he followed the sound. But when he arrived, he froze. What was standing there wasn't a cat. It looked like something from another planet. Its eyes were strange and its body seemed deformed. Within seconds, he realized what he was seeing. It was the legendary Chupacabra. Before he could react, the creature lunged at him and the video cut off. Later, the man said he managed to escape unharmed. People believe the Chupacabra came from the nearby forest, and since that night, the whole town has lived in silence and fear, awaiting its next move. Amazon observer. A local guide hiking through the Peruvian Amazon had no idea he was being watched. Near the entrance to a cave, he noticed something resting in the shadows. It had strong hind legs, a long tail, and a snout like that of a wild dog. The instant he stopped, the locals knew what it was. They called it Chulachaki. Stories say that this creature has lived in the jungle for centuries. It can mimic human voices to deceive hunters and lure them into the forest. Local residents even claim to have seen groups of them guarding hidden valleys and ancient ruins. Watching these images, one thing becomes clear: the legends of the Amazon may still be alive. Bigfoot of the forest. This moment made the wildlife photographer famous. While exploring a dense forest with his camera, he spotted a dark, furry figure standing silently among the trees. At first, he thought it was just a trick of the shadows. But as he zoomed in on the image, his heart raced. The face looked almost human, though the body was completely covered in fur. For a few tense seconds, the figure returned his gaze, motionless. Experts suggest it could be a hobbit or a Homo florensis. For many locals, however, it was the last member of a cannibal tribe living alone in the forest. Which version do you consider most plausible? Leave your opinion in the comments. Swamp Thing. A fisherman had long heard stories about a terrifying creature lurking in the murky waters of a local swamp. Curious and determined to witness it with his own eyes, he placed a chicken on the dock as bait and waited from a hidden spot nearby. After a few tense moments, a strange figure emerged from the water. Its body was covered in thick, matted fur, and its face was terrifying. The creature moved slowly, pausing as if assessing its surroundings, before seizing the chicken and disappearing into the depths without a trace. It seemed like something out of a legend, a true swamp monster. Local residents warn that the area is cursed, claiming that anyone who tries to hunt or disturb the creature disappears into the water, never to be seen again. Green alien head. A sweeper working deep in a forest expected to find only fallen leaves and broken branches. Instead, he saw a green, head-shaped object lying on the ground.
It seemed to be there on purpose, as if someone wanted it to be found. Its shape resembled the head of a classic alien: smooth surface, large eye sockets, and an artificial green color that didn't match stone or wood. There were even strange marks on their heads. It's possible the aliens deliberately left a clue, marking the forest as a place they had already visited or observed.
Beast in the truck. Trucks on the road usually transport goods, but a nighttime sighting revealed a terrifying passenger. In Indonesia, a traveler spotted a black hairy creature hidden in the back of a truck heading towards the city. Its sinister appearance led him to believe it wasn't just an animal, but possibly a spirit. He tried to talk to the creature, hoping to calm the situation. Instead, the creature turned slowly, stared intently at him, and pointed with long, sharp claws, almost as if trying to answer. The video ends there, and for many who watched it, that was enough to make them feel that some things are better left hidden. River creature. A tourist who was near a tranquil lake noticed movement in the shallow water and stopped, confused. Crawling slowly, there was a bizarre creature that no one around could identify. At first glance, it looked a bit like a crab, but the shape of its body, legs, and movements didn't match anything familiar. People nearby gathered, trying to guess what it was, but no one had a clear answer. Some people started calling it an alien creature because it simply didn't fit any known pond animal profile. To this day, its true identity remains unknown. What do you think it really was? Pine squid. Researchers in the Northwest claim to have spotted the North American pine squid, a creature that supposedly has tentacles similar to those of squids but moves through trees instead of the ocean. Witnesses describe it as silent, almost invisible, perfectly camouflaged among the branches and leaves. Some believe it may be a species yet to be discovered, while others dismiss it as an ancient legend. To date, no one has managed to capture a specimen or present concrete evidence. But with the continued emergence of new sightings, the question remains, are these strange creatures really returning to the forests? Bat monster. A local resident spotted what appeared to be a small bird about to take flight. But upon closer inspection, the truth proved far more disturbing. It wasn't a bird. It looked like a strange creature with bat-like features, a flat face, and no defined snout. Its body barely moved and its eyes remained closed, as if it were too weak to react. The sighting occurred near the Amazon, a region known for harboring life forms we still don't understand. Many now believe it could be a bat, never before recorded. Researchers are closely analyzing the video, trying to figure out what it could be. Spirit of the cursed bottle. A man exploring the Amazon rainforest found an old glass bottle buried deep in the ground. Curious, he removed the earth and was paralyzed. Inside was a tiny, twisted figure with wings, something between a demon and a dark fairy, sitting as if it had been sealed there on purpose. After opening the bottle, mysterious activities began to occur around him, and he realized something was wrong. He believed the creature had been released. Terrified, he decided to bury the bottle again. Some things should not be discovered, and once they are, they do not disappear quietly. Tiny skeleton. A lumberjack found a nest lying on the forest floor, destroyed by wind or the passage of time. Looking inside, he noticed a tiny, bizarre skeleton. It didn't have the shape of a bird or any small animal he recognized. The skull looked strangely humanoid, with thin limbs arranged almost like arms and legs. It was small, no bigger than a hand, which made the discovery all the more disturbing. No authority ever confirmed what it was, leaving people in silence, wondering how a nest ended up harboring something that didn't seem at all earthly. Strange snail.
People who work in the Amazon rainforest say that you rarely see something like this twice in your life. While walking across the rainforest floor, someone came across a huge slug, almost 30 centimeters long, crawling slowly across the ground. Its sheer size caused people to stop and stare. Locals believe this is one of those once-in-a-million sightings, a rare species of giant snail that has remained hidden for decades. Without a doubt, Amazon can always surprise you when you least expect it. Hidden tunnels. A group of friends who were hiking for the weekend in a dense forest stumbled upon something that seemed like a trip back in time. Beneath layers of dense vegetation and forest debris, they discovered a network of underground tunnels with rusty iron staircases leading directly into darkness. Although the forest appeared peaceful above, these tunnels were part of a forgotten military bunker system from a past conflict. Local researchers and historians suggest they were Cold War-era nuclear shelters built to protect soldiers in emergency situations. Local residents say that at night, strange voices can still be heard echoing through the forest, as if the soldiers had never really left. Spirits of nature. In Indonesia, tourists exploring a village were startled to notice fires surrounding the trees. But moments later, they realized the flames were moving through the air on their own. How was that possible, right? Well, the locals whispered that it was the work of witches, whose spirits travel through the skies in the form of fireballs. In another chilling incident, a construction worker discovered a strange hole in his construction site. There was fire inside the rocks. Flames flickered from within, like a gateway to something sinister. As he zoomed in, he realized he had stumbled upon something he should never have touched. Terrified, he fled. But since that day, strange events have haunted him, as if whatever inhabited that place had not yet been destroyed. Two distinct incidents, but both convey the same chilling warning. This darkness is closer than you think. Stay alert, because you never know when you'll encounter it. Tree movement. In 2023, explorers venturing into a dense forest came across a strange and disturbing sight. The surrounding trees weren't just swaying in the wind, they seemed to be moving at their bases, as if something beneath the ground was pushing them upward. Confused and alarmed, the explorers reported the phenomenon. Later, experts explained that the recent heavy rains had saturated the soil so much that it could no longer fully support the tree roots. This caused the trunks to move and sway, creating the illusion that the forest was breathing. It was a chilling moment, yet another reminder of how nature can create moments that seem almost supernatural. Meeting with griffins. Legend says that the oldest and deepest places on Earth are guarded by mythical creatures. But in the Serra do Divisor National Park, this may be true. A park ranger, while taking photos for a wildlife survey, captured a gigantic winged figure. At first glance, it looked like a griffin, the legendary beast with the body of a lion and the head and wings of an eagle. The forest ranger watched, surprised, as the creature walked with majestic grace, raising his camera to record every moment. But when he went looking for it, he never saw it again. Researchers are now debating whether such a legendary species could have survived in the Amazon for centuries, or if it was something entirely different. Quattravian predator. Now, this viral video is driving researchers and wildlife enthusiasts crazy. In the most remote regions of Madre de Dios, Peru, a professional wildlife photographer captured a video that not only won awards, but changed his life forever. He came across a bird with green feathers, almost 2 meters tall, often called a Quattravian by locals. What makes it terrifying is its movement. Instead of leaping or flying, it moved across the forest floor with the heavy, muscular gait of a predatory beast. Its thick, dinosaur-like legs and powerful claws gave it an almost prehistoric presence. Since the video became public, the area has been quietly cordoned off for environmental research purposes, and the photographer has never returned. The world is far stranger than history books lead us to believe. Today, we've seen everything from creatures that seem to have sprung from ancient nightmares to evidence that something may be being manufactured in secret, far from the public eye. But the question remains, which of these records gave you the most chills? Do you think the Snake Man is a real mutation, or just another legend that came to life on camera? I want to read your theory in the comments. I'll reply to the most intriguing ones. If you enjoy exploring the darker side of reality and aren't afraid to face the unknown, leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications because the next mystery we're about to reveal might be closer to you than you think. Be careful when looking at shadows tonight, and we'll see you in the next video.